Live from the Wallace Civic Center on the campus of Fitchburg State University, FATV presents coverage of the 2024 Mark Bushnoe Memorial Tournament. And today we have the championship game of this 2024 installment. It's the Lunenburg Ayer-Shirley Blue Knights playing host to the Hudson Hawks. Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in. I'm Daniel Bolak, happy to have you along with us here tonight. The Blue Knights coming to this game with a perfect 6-0 mark, 3-0 in Coughlin Conference play. They'll remain 3-0 in Coughlin Conference play after this contest. It's not a league game. But nevertheless, the Blue Knights have been rolling this season. A pair of shutouts in the Cobblestone Tournament to open up the 2024-25 campaign. 2 league wins over Oakmont and St. Bernard's. The latter one coming in overtime. And then a 3-2 win against Greenfield on Monday. Last night they took on Monty Tech Fitchburg, and although the Blue Knights fell down 4-2 at one point in the second period, they bounced back with 5 goals in a row to take a 7-4 victory in what was their biggest offensive showing of the season. And the 7 goals came from 7 different players as well. Owen Hurley, Lou DeMay, Jason Turner, Ethan Dion, Ronan Duvall, Tyler Fortier all found the back of the net. There was even another Blue Knight who found the back of the net as well, who I'm forgetting. But nevertheless, it was a great showing by the Blue Knights under the adversity from the Bulldogs, who are playing a rough and tumble game with them, a high velocity back and forth affair. The Blue Knights were able to emerge victorious, and they remain a perfect 6-0. Meanwhile, for Hudson, they were able to take down Leominster 5-2, although the Blue Devils held them at bay for 27 minutes. It was 1-0 for quite a bit of time. 3 goals in 2 minutes and 11 seconds for the Hawks helped put them over the top. There was 4-0 by the second interval, and then 5-2 the final to get themselves in the championship game. They remain undefeated with a 4-0-1 record, a 3-0-1 mark in the Russell Conference. Jordan Souza, 2 goals and assists. Owen Anardowich with a goal and 2 assists. Braden Diodato had a goal, so did Tom Chamberlain. Timmy O'Malley, for my count, factored in on 4 of the 5 goals by way of assist. Brandon Garcia stopped all 15 shots he faced in the 2 periods he played. Damian Pume got to make his varsity debut in the 3rd, made 9 stops in the contest, and now Hudson will get to play Lunenburg Ayer-Shirley for a little bit of hardware. For the Blue Knights, this is actually the 2nd of 3 tournaments they're playing in the regular season. They'll also be playing in the Neshoba Valley Cup at the end of the campaign with Littleton, Bromfield, Grand Dunstable, and North Middlesex. So after winning the season-opening Cobblestone Tournament, they try to win their own tournament, the Mark Bushnoe Memorial Tournament. And then afterwards, later in the year, in a couple months, we'll see if they can win that 3rd one. And maybe there'll be a little more hardware for them to come down the line. The big question that I had coming in, watching the last game, the one question we had was, we knew Hudson was playing at a bit of a slower pace to match what Leominster was willing to play in terms of pace and velocity. And one of the questions I had was, for that first game, would Leominster be able to keep up with Monty Tech Fitchburg's pace? Because they're playing such a faster game last night. And the answer clearly from the beginning was no. And now the question is for the Hudson. They were able to play slow against Leominster. Now the question is, can they play fast against LAS? It's definitely a different style of hockey they have to deal with tonight. And the question is, are they going to be able to handle it? I kind of feel like, this team, after taking on a Blackstone Valley Tech team back on the 21st a week ago and playing a strong Beaver side to a 4-4 tie, they might be in for another war today with how strong LAS looks coming into today with that perfect 6-0 record. Let's throw it down to public address announcer Jim LaPointe with the starting lineups and the national anthem.
Good evening, high school hockey fans, and welcome to the Wallace Civic Center. Today we have the 18th annual Bushnoe Hockey Tournament Championship. Today's game features the Hudson Hawks versus the Lunenburg Ayer-Shirley Blue Knights. Here are the starting lineups. First for the Hawks, at left wing, number 5, Jordan Souza. At right wing, number 20, Braden Diodato. Starting at center, number 8, Timmy O'Malley. On defense, number 6, Devin Morton. On defense, number 15, Luke Lewis. And in goal for the Hawks, number 33, Brandon Garcia. The head coach for Hudson is Mike Nenardowicz. And now for the Blue Knights. Starting at forward, number 3, Jameson Nikosha. Also at forward, number 5, Owen Hurley. At forward, number 11, Sam Brand. Defense, number 21, Ronan Duval. Defense, number 7, Connor Lammy. And in goal for the Knights, number 1, Tyler Sear. The head coach for Lunenburg Ayer-Shirley is Eric Short. Officials for tonight's game, Nick Patone and Cam Carlson. Ladies and gentlemen, students, at this time, I would ask you all to please stand as we honor our nation and the flag with the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner.
Moments away from puck drop here at the Wallace Civic Center, the 18th annual Mark Bushnoe Memorial Tournament. Set to crown another champion in this tournament. Will it be the host, Lunenburg Ayer-Shirley Blue Knights, or will it be the visiting Hudson Hawks who will take the cup? For the Blue Knights, Tyler Sear, junior goaltender, will get the cage, his 7th start. 155 goals against, 6-0 record, 2 shutouts. Gave up 4 last night, though, on 17 shots, and he knows he wants a rebound game tonight. Brandon Garcia with the nod, the sophomore. 150 goals against, 933 save percentage, estimated numbers, with a 4-0-1 record and 1 shutout. Blue Knights will go from left to right in the home white uniforms. Hudson and the Road Reds go from right to left. That one turned towards Sear in his direction. He's not going to take any chances. He'll cover that one up. Get our first whistle 16 seconds into the contest. Both these teams coming off of 3-goal victories last night in the opening round of the Bushnoe tournament. Braden Diodato in the right corner. He's an 8th grader for the Hudson Hawks. Goes out to the right point. Shot was cut down in front. Blue Knights take it and try to turn it up ice from Owen Hurley, but taken away on the right side. Now skating in, Jameson Nikosha. Pass it up ice, but intercepted by Jordan Souza. Throws it in off the board. Souza's the leading scorer for the Hawks, 8 goals this season. LAS skates it up. Hurley tried to drop it off for Sam Brand. Pass ended up off his tape. Now to the left side. Here's Souza with a shot gobbled up by Sear. He'll gather and hold for a draw with 1:03 gone in this contest. Hudson 4-0-1 on the season. Beat Northbridge 8-2 in the opener. That game was played at the DCU Center in Worcester. Another shot, that one by Chamberlain, stopped by Sear. One of 4 high school hockey games to be played at the DCU Center this year. There was a time way back in the day, as another shot turned aside by Sear off the stick of Sean Foley. There was a time in the past in which the DCU Center used to host championship games between Central and Western Mass teams. That was a number of years ago. Hudson controlling the play in the first 80 seconds of this contest. Already have the first couple of shots. The draw comes to the left of Sear. Won by the Blue Knights. Pass up on the near side for Dylan Sprague. Pass goes off a player. Now comes back to Sean Foley. He'll flick it up ice. Off of Ryan Devaney, looking for Owen Nenardowicz. As they go to the right side, out to the left wing corner, Nenardowicz battling with a Blue Knight, and another one falls onto his wallet. Sean Foley kept it in the zone, send it around the boards, but Tyler Fortier will pick it up. Fortier, one of 2 captains on this Blue Knights squad. He had the winning goal in last night's contest. Solid pass to the right side, missed the mark. Taken out to the right point, and a shot misses wide to the left. Foley now back out to the point. Souza will take it. He'll shoot it instead. Misses wide to the left. To the O'Malley, Braden Diodato in the right wing corner for Hudson, battling. That rides along the boards, comes out of the zone. And one of the Blue Knights getting tangled up there. But that was Eddie Julius who was trying to make a break down ice. It comes behind the net. Around to the near side, kept in by Ludame. Down the ice will go Roden Duvall. He'll pick it up back in his own end. Pass up ice. Foley will take that instead for Hudson. Thrown off the boards, but intercepted. Delayed offside. So LAS has to tag up. They'll do just that. Devin Morden trying to feed it to the right side. Wanted Ryan Devaney out of his reach. Devaney will get it anyway on the right point, but just for a brief moment. Owen Hurley trying to skate up ice. Never really got control of the puck. Now we bounced off the boards out of the reach of Sam Brand out towards goal. Garcia comes out into the slot and flicks that down ice. Roden Duvall will pick it up all the way back in his own end. 11:25 to go in the first, no score. Nenardowicz turnaround shot on the takeaway. That's turned aside by Sear. Out to the left side. Tight angle save, rebound loose. Hudson couldn't jump on it. Sear thought he had it for a moment, but he never really secured the puck. And a good chance there for Hudson goes by the wayside. Nenardowicz can't get a shot off as Duvall throws it back around, but Foley keeps it in. Settled down by Morden on the right side corner. DeMay around the boards, kept in by O'Malley. LAS will finally flush it out of the zone, back into the neutral zone. Foley passing it along. Morden, now Chamberlain backhands from the blue line in and around the boards. Out of the reach, Dylan Sprague out of the zone to the red line, sent right back in, but LAS will knock it right back out of the zone. Morden, after the Hawks tagged up, just floats it in for a moment. Teams will battle forward at center with 10:18 to go in the first and no score. Shots 4-0 in favor of the Hawks. Left side, Ethan Dion digs it out of the boards, gets to the right side, shot goes wide off the stick of Jack Heffernan. Diodato on the right side. Flicks it to the red line. Both teams really having trouble controlling the passes. Heffernan's stick picks a terrible time to fail him. Heffernan just tries to kick it away as he's got no stick. Only so much you can do. Devin Morden on the left side blasts, is blocked. Logan Martin will wear that one of the 2 captains of this Blue Knight side. Out to the point, left side. Jordan Souza tries to feed a Hawk on the right side, found no one. Comes out of the zone, backhanded back in by the Hawks. Behind the net, Hudson will get to it first. O'Malley tried to shake off a hit there, but LAS will win the puck for a brief moment and knock it out of the zone. Hudson really doing a good job in jamming LAS thus far. Pass goes off a skate to the right, not handled by any Hawks. Blue Knights will take it from the far side. Fortier try to dump that in. Goes into the right wing corner. Julius will battle there for the puck. Floats out to the blue line. Ludemay goes for Adam Kimball. Ping pongs around. Falling to the ice there is Colin Holbrook trying to keep the play alive, but Tom Chamberlain will have it for Hudson. He'll dump in from the red line. 8:27 to go in the first, no score. Shot still at 4-0 in favor of Hudson. Out on the near side into the corner. In the LAS end, Jordan Souza. Knocking along, get it back, gets the shot, but that's blocked. Good positioning there by Julius. Out to the left point, now right side. Foley didn't get the wood on it that he wanted. Not a lot of velocity goes behind the net. LAS will clear it down the ice, and they'll take the icing at this juncture with 7:55 to go in the first. Fresh legs will come on the ice for the Blue Knights. As you can change lines after an icing in Federation rules. Let's see, Hudson wanted to make a late change, get Morton on the ice in place of Foley. Referee says, no, you made that too late. Get your butt back out on the ice, Foley. So Morton will stand on the bench and wait for a good time to switch off with Foley. LAS skating it up the middle. High rising shot from Jameson Nicosia off the mark. Hurley with a shot on the loose puck, stopped by Garcia. First chance that Garcia's had to face a high danger one. It comes to the left point, kept in the zone, off the boards. To the right side, back in it along by Jameson Nicosia, behind the net for Brand. Now Owen Hurley. Keep control on the left side. Heffernan with a new twig. I want to say new pair of sticks. It's like you play with one stick. That doesn't make any sense. Throw it into the zone on the other end. Out in the LAS end, Heffernan with his fresh lumber. Tries to hit a home run pass to Jameson Nicosia. Would have had a breakaway if that connected. It did not. Going around the right side, shot saved by Sear. Rebound, loose, scores! It's Souza at the top of the slot, who slams the rebound in the top left corner. Hudson's got the first strike. Hudson just putting on the pressure there. And Sear made the save on that shot from the right side, but the rebound bounces high into the slot. And Sue's able to turn that back towards goal with velocity, puts it over the stick side shoulder of Tyler Sear. First strike to Hudson. Down into the red line and dumped back in by Luke Lewis. Left side, Noah Vasile was unavailable for yesterday's contest, but back in the lineup for Hudson today. Stand-up hit there as Ethan Dion was dispossessed with the hit. Now a turnaround shot from the left point. Doesn't make its way through.
Assistant number 15, Luke Lewis, and number 20, Braden Diodato. Time of the goal, 8:09. First period.
So Lewis and Diodato will get the assists. Fourth assist of the season for Luke Lewis. Second assist of the season for Braden Diodato. Have a whistle and offsides against LAS with 5:57 to go in the first. The first goal to the Hawks. So we're definitely seeing in the early going that, yes, Hudson can play the game that LAS plays. Face off outside the Hudson zone. Hawks will take control of it. Hudson wasn't able to score in the first period against Leominster yesterday, but they've got a strike here in the opening 15 against the Blue Knights. Sean Foley back behind his goal line. Around the boards on the left side. Flicked pass by Chamberlain. Down the ice. Tyler Fortier will take a hold of it. Now through the legs of Colin Holbrook. And because that was from behind the red line, that will be icing. Lowest numbered Hawk, who was a skater, Noah Vasile, unavailable yesterday. He's available today and in the lineup. Same could be said for the lowest numbered Blue Knight, Eddie Julius. He was out of yesterday's game, but he's back in the lineup for the Blue Knights. Faceoff comes to the right of Sear. Got 5 saves in this contest thus far. The ball forward in the neutral zone. Heffernan will take it and control it and protect it. And send it around the board. Sam Brand will get on his horse to try to get to that puck first in the right wing corner. Foley with strong positioning. Owen Hurley. That's kept in by Heffernan. No, it's not. They will call the offside. Was pretty close, but did look like it just got out of the zone. Faceoff will come outside the Hudson end with 4:59 to go in the first. 1-0 Hawks on Jordan Souza's 9th goal of the season. Shot 6-2 in favor of the Hawks. Jameson Nicosia on the right side. Can't get past Foley. Play some very good defense for Hudson. He's a senior. Drop off on the right side for Timmy O'Malley. He's a sophomore. Both these teams have a lot of great sophomores. Here's a potential break on the left side for Hurley, getting towards goal, saved by Garcia. Now to the near side, Dylan Sprague trying to send around the boards. That's kept in, and they'll say delayed offside. That one was able to find its way all the way over the blue line, and took a bit of a moment, but the arm did come up and the puck was touched with the delayed offside, so the faceoff comes outside the zone again. Logan Martin to take the draw against Owen Nenardowicz. Nenardowicz is listed as a defenseman, so of course it makes perfect sense that he would be taking faceoffs, right? But clearly he plays both forward and defense the way that he's able to go up and down the ice. Definitely one of those 200 feet players. We mentioned yesterday also a state champion in football, as he was a member of the Hudson football team that won the D6 championship at the beginning of the month at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. DDD passing the pass up on the near side for Sprague was intercepted by the Hawks. They put on the pressure in the neutral zone. So here's Lou DeMay. Thrown in around the boards, actually ends up hitting the kick plate where the Zamboni door is. Sometimes that's not perfectly parallel to the ice, and if that happens and it catches there on that corner, puck comes to a dead stop. It's one of those interesting curiosities you have to deal with, and here is Owen Nenardowicz into the zone. He shoots, he scores! The senior captain, Owen Nenardowicz, makes it 2-0 Hudson. One of the things you learn when you call high school hockey is, in many cases, the positions listed on the roster are suggestions more than anything else. As in, this player usually plays defense, but sometimes he can play forward if we need it there. And Nenardowicz, who took the draw not too long before that, playing in the center position, able to earn a breakaway and beat Tyler Sear to make it 2-0. They called icing, but they're saying that touched Sear before it went behind the goal line. And on further review, they agree. They're standing at center ice, which is the we made an oopsie on an icing call spot.
Owen Nenardowicz. Time of that goal, 11:43, first period.
No assists awarded on the goal by Nenardowicz. It's his second goal of the season, third goal of the season. He had one coming into this tournament. He's got 3 now. And although Hudson has 3 alternate captains, they have just one wearing the C patch, and that's number 19 in red. Coming back the other way, a shot kicked away by Garcia. Adam Kimball out to the left point, off the boards. Comes back to Kimball from Lammy. Lammy can't keep it in the zone that time, and down the ice it will go. Not going to go for icing. They'll say Heffernan could have grabbed that earlier. But one pass makes it a 3-on-2 now for LAS, but they can't handle the puck that cleanly, but turn it towards goal. Kimball tried to get the redirection, but ends up going wide of the cage. Now back to the near side. Here's Timmy O'Malley. O'Malley will be dispossessed. Holbrook try to pass it for Hurley. Saw it coming a little late, but he's able to get it nevertheless. Dumped in on goal by Kimball. Easy enough stop for Garcia. And thrown from one side of the ice to the other by Chamberlain, finding Diodato on the right side. His shot goes behind the net. To the near side. Now out to the far. Hurley tried to drop it off. Miscommunication. Thrown to the right side off the boards. Kept in by Fortier. Shot blockered away by Garcia. DeMay trying to get that one to Brand. Hudson standing up strong. A 2-on-2 back the other way. Nenardowicz's shot, kick, save. Dangerous rebound. And Chamberlain putting that back towards goal. The save made by Sear. 1:11 to go in the second. 1:11 to go in the first. 2-0 Hudson. Hudson probably wish it was the second period. Means less time to have to protect this 2-goal lead. Faceoff comes to the right of Sear. Won by Hudson. Devin Morden around the boards. Finding Nenardowicz behind the net.
1 minute. Last minute play, first period.
Under 60 seconds to go in the first frame. As Dion battling with one of the Hawks. Dion with 4 goals and 5 assists this season. Already has matched his numbers from last season. Still a lot more hockey to play. It's game number 7 for Hudson. Game number 7 for LAS. Game number 6 for Hudson. Kept it on the left side as Dion tries to throw it in the direction of goal. Bodies get in the way. Sending it down the ice. Heffernan trying to settle it against the boards. Actually got tangled up with one of our officials. After all, they're on the ice too. Here's Nenardowicz on the right side. Tries to turn that towards goal, set back, and another shot blocked. And time will expire, 15 minutes complete. And Hudson has really controlled the pace of play in the opening 15. They have a 2-0 lead at the first break. LAS has struggled a little bit to really sustain pressure. Hudson has really been clogging up the neutral zone and making it challenging for the Blue Knights to really gain any zone time and pressure down in the Hudson end. They've gotten a few good shots on Garcia, but he stood strong. Another way of thinking is, Garcia's now played 3 periods here at the Wallace Civic Center, at least in this campaign. He hasn't conceded yet. We talked about it last night. This is actually the only time that Hudson is coming to the Wallace Civic Center. They don't have any other games up here for the rest of the whole season, because in the Russell, they often play teams more in the southern part of Central Mass as opposed to playing up here. So if they ever play another game here at the Civic Center this season, then something good must have happened. We can't even say it's for the CMATA tournament. That's not really a thing anymore, at least not in ice hockey. But 15 minutes complete at the Wallace Civic Center, 2-0 Hudson in front on goals from Jordan Souza and Owen Arnowich. Two of those players entrusted to wear the letter patches on the front of their jerseys. Owen Arnowich being the senior captain, Jordan Souza being one of three alternate captains. And they've got both of the strikes for Hudson, and was also a clean first period with no penalties. Both of these coaches also tremendously experienced. Eric Short's been part of this LAS program for about a quarter century. Owen Arnowich and his Mike Nenardowich. Owen is his son, you see. Mike Nenardowich in his 33rd season as the head coach of the Hudson Hawks. Two extremely experienced coaches, and obviously they'll have plenty of engaging things to say to their teams. In Hudson's case, to keep their momentum going. In LAS's case, to try to turn the tide. And we'll see how that shakes out when we come back. 15 minutes complete in the championship game of the Mark Bushnoe Memorial Tournament. It's Hudson 2, Lunenburg Ayer-Shirley nothing. Second period will be coming up next right here on FATV. Back here for the start of the second period here at the Wallace Civic Center on the campus of Fitchburg State University, the 2024 Mark Bushnoe Memorial Tournament, the 18th holding of this tournament. The championship game through one period of play sees the Hudson Hawks leading the host Lunenburg Ayer-Shirley Blue Knights by a score of 2-0. Daniel Bolak here with you, Travis Falk on camera and everything else. We thank you for joining us here on FATV. 2 goals for Hudson in the opening frame. Jordan Souza scoring off a rebound with 6:51 to go in the frame on assist from Luke Lewis and Braden Diodato. Then Owen Arnowich was able to earn a breakaway in on Tyler Sear and elevated over him for his 3rd goal of the season. That game with 3:17 to go in the frame gave the Hawks a 2-0 lead. Nothing else of note in that first period. No penalties, no goals for LAS. They'll like to change that latter part at the very least. As the Blue Knights will go from right to left, the Hawks will go from left to right. And here we are in the second period as Heffernan passes it to the near side, goes off the defenseman's skates. Tries to find Jameson Nicosia, backhands it into the zone. Devin Morden trying to settle that. Braden Diodato for Timmy O'Malley. Caught up in the neutral zone. And here's Jordan Souza trying to backhand it. His centering feed gets blocked. O'Malley on the left side. Souza centers in front. Diodato whiffed on it for the most part. Second chance, scores! Maybe what is actually his plan for Braden Diodato. Got next to no one on the first shot, but he got all the wood he needed on the second one to beat Sear 5-0 and give the Hawks a 3-0 lead. Just 32 seconds into the period, Hudson strikes for the 3rd time in this game.
Assist number 5, Jordan Souza. And number 6, Devin Morton. Time to go, 32 seconds.
The assists coming there from Souza and Morden. Be Morden's 4th assist on the season, and Souza's 7th for my count. Now a 3-0 lead for Hudson. Now out in front, Chamberlain had a bit of a chance there, but couldn't keep it settled on his tape. Here's Tyler Fortier skating up the left side. Fortier trying to throw it in the direction of goal, doesn't get much on it. Goes around to the right side for DeMay. He'll pick it up in the left wing corner. Try to float it out to the point, didn't get anything on that. And here is Owen Arnowich. Around the boards to the left side for Tom Chamberlain. His pass blocked. Second effort, Foley trying to find Souza on the right circle. Can't keep a hold of it. Logan Martin will go to the left side. Colin Holbrook. Now into the center of the ice. Fortier off the boards. That's going to be offside. Logan Martin's a bit surprised by that, but the thing was, before Martin received the pass, he just ever so slightly drifted off of the blue line. He was very much offside. I kind of wondered, with that being as little as it was, if they were going to call the offside on that. And indeed they did. There's the 50-50 raffle number. If you had that at home, I have no idea why you have that at home. If you left after one period with a 50-50 ticket, then come back. Out on the point, Morton's shot deflects wide, comes into the right wing corner. Diodato flicking it along for Souza into left corner. Holbrook digs it out, finds Duvall. Now to the near side, Austin Sutton trying to play it off the boards. It's sent right back in by Luke Lewis. D again, now to the near side. Here is Austin Sutton trying to move it along. Can't find Colin Holbrook. Now off the stick of Diodato into the zone. Allen forward on the right side corner, O'Malley. Diodato there. Nobody can get settled for a shot. Lewis will send it back into the Hudson zone. Chamberlain's got a tag up. We'll use time to change some lines. Puck hit a player who was changing off, but fortunately LAS had changed the player off first before they'd put the new player on, so they did not have 6 skaters on the ice. It's always a cursed moment for hockey teams to hit a player who's in the middle of a line change, because so often the player will change onto the ice before the player comes off. So when Hurley on the left side goes for the wraparound, and that one doesn't go. Hudson immediately sends it down the ice for icing. 11:19 to go in the second, 3-0 Hudson in front. Just one shot for either team in the early goings of this second period, with Hudson's shot finding the back of the net from Braden Diodato. 8th grade forward from Tohoto. We talked about this yesterday because Tohoto, who's part of this Hudson co-op, is a 6 through 12 school. Hudson can use 8th graders by right from Tohoto. Yeah, technically 7th and 6th graders too. And as it turns out, the 2 players who are 8th graders on this Hudson side, Braden Diodato and Sam Ryder, are both from Tohoto. Otherwise, you need a mid-level waiver. So there's a shot that rises high and misses the mark off the stick of Souza, trying to get into double figures on the goal tallies. Settled down at the red line by Hudson, who've been dominating this game. Souza's shot is gobbled up by Sear, and he'll hold for a draw with 10:34 to go in the second. Shot's now 12-7 in favor of the Hawks. 9 saves for Sear, 7 saves for Brandon Garcia on the other end. LAS did fight through a little bit of diversity in last night's game, which they trailed 4-2 early in the second period, but they rattle off 5 goals in a row to take a 7-4 victory. And they're definitely going to be looking for some more late developing momentum. Need to find a goal somewhere to get themselves back in this game, as Martin trying to throw it in the middle, looking for Sprague. He couldn't handle it. Out to the right side, it'll be sent down the ice. A mishandled pass will go for icing. We'll come all the way back down with 9:57 to go in the second. Mentioned Mike Donardowicz in his 33rd year as head coach of the Hawks. Took a couple of years away from the side. He'd retired after the 21-22 season. But Hudson's first season without him was actually a winless campaign. It was the 2021 season, I should actually say, is when he stepped down. 21-22 was a winless season. And then only 2 wins the following campaign. He agreed to come back for the 23-24 campaign. And immediately they turned it around, went 12-8 in the regular season. made their way back to the playoffs. Actually won a playoff game too. Took out Seekonk in the round of 32. Had less success against Winthrop in the round of 16. Winthrop was the top seed in Division 4. So that's floated over the net. And now sent back down the ice. And it'll go for icing again, as it tags the part of the boards where the goal line meets it. 9 minutes to go in the second. 3-0 Hudson in front. This Lunenburg Ayer-Shirley team very well balanced. For my count, 15 different players coming into today's game have a point this season. The team leader being Ethan Dion with 9. But this LAS team can roll multiple lines and weather some storms. But right now, they haven't really found a way to solve Hudson's strong play. After all, these are two teams that have not lost a game this season. Hudson just has the one tie against Blackstone Valley Tech. There have been a couple of close games, though, for Lunenburg Ayer-Shirley. Their season opening win was just a 2-0 win over Greater Lowell. Then they needed overtime to beat St. Bernard's. That shot from the left side saved by Garcia. That had dropped for a moment, but he was able to get on top of it and smother that. Just the 9th shot on goal for LAS in this contest. .8:18 to go in the second, 3-0 Hudson in front. Face-off comes to the right of Garcia. Won by the Blue Knights. Hurley tried to throw that towards goal. Nicosia does. That one stopped by Garcia. Now put out back in front, but Hurley can't get the shot. The initial chance came off the stick of Brand. Another chance redirected in the slot, doesn't go. Now from the right side, that's punched away by Garcia. Another chance. Hurley trying to backhand it towards goal, can't get it to go. On the left side, Duvall throws it back in front, goes behind the net. One of the Blue Knights lost his stick, is able to retrieve it. And the Hawks get it out of the zone as it's settled down by Ronan Duvall. Diodato trying to steal that away, but Owen Hurley will steal it from him. Up the far side, Jameson Nicosia. Up the left side is a brother Andrew, who is currently out with injury. On the boards to the right side, Connor Lammy trying to center for a one-timer. Dylan Sprague got Littlewood on it. Duvall through traffic, redirected in front. That was stopped, rebound, scores! LAS finally breaks through, and with 7:15 to go in the second, they're on the board. Whole lot of pressure on that shift there. A few good chances. A lot of instances where they just couldn't get good wood on the puck, but finally were able to get on top of it and get it past Garcia. The first goal Garcia's conceded in Fitchburg in this tournament. LAS has had the last 5 shots, and now they're finally on the board. Need to get themselves a new puck. A little bit of tape fell off of somebody's stick. Official will drop that behind the bench.
Dylan Sprague. Assistant number 3, Jameson Nicosia. And 7, Connor Lammy. Time of that goal, 7:45.
Dylan Sprague gets the goal. It'll be his 5th of the campaign. That one goes through the paint, but there's nobody in white on the other side. Roll around the boards behind the net on the right side. Sprague into the left corner. Can't meet a Blue Knight there, and it's dumped down the ice. They'll race for it. And we'll go for icing. Had to race for it just in case it didn't quite make it to the goal line, because Chamberlain wanted to get to that puck just in case. If hybrid icing was in effect, that would still be icing, because Heffernan won the chase. But once it got to the goal line, icing had to be given. Unless, of course, Heffernan got to the puck first. In which case, if it's seen as obtainable, then they can waive it. That's sent forward for Nenardowicz, coming up with a burst of speed. He's closed off by Lunenburg. In the middle of the ice here is DeMay into the zone, surrounded by Hawks. Gets a shot off, goes wide to the left. Well, Hudson trying to come back in transition as Nenardowicz tried to feed Diodato. But Nenardowicz will take it on the left side boards, put it behind the net, flicked around to the near side. Ayer-Shirley's pass up ice. The right side, comes back to Hurley from Brand. Now backhand chance by Nicosia, they score! Maybe not on the first, but definitely on the second. We got a game now. 2 quick goals for LAS. And the deficit is 1. A minute 17 seconds separating those 2 goals. And now it's a 3-2 game.
Assist to number 3, Jason Nicosia. And number 11, Sam Brand. Target goal 9:02, second period.
The sophomore Ayer-Shirley gets his 3rd goal of the season, his 9th point. Now the momentum really starting to shift in LAS's favor. They've had the last 8 shots. And now another chance that's fought off by Garcia, off the stick of Logan Martin. Loosen the Hudson end. They might be a little shell-shocked as they try to get that pass up to Diodato. Martin gets a handle on it. Now turned over, O'Malley with a shot. First shot in a while for Hudson. And Tyler Sear able to make the stop. 5:16 to go in the second, 3-2 Hudson in front. Hawks had the first 3, but the Blue Knights have had the last 2. Draw 1 by LAS off the boards. Devaney trying to take that. Nenardowicz feeding on the left side for Chamberlain, couldn't get on top of it. Foley's blast sails high into the netting and out of play. Draw will come to the right of Sear. He's got 10 saves in this contest. His counterpart, Brandon Garcia, with 14. Draw controlled by the Hawks. Foley around the boards to the right side. Nenardowicz wants to get a hold of that one, but it looks like it'll be Devaney instead who'll get the first touch for Hudson. Nenardowicz trying to fight with several Blue Knights. LAS able to take it out of the zone. Here is Jameson Nicosia. He's got 2 assists already in this period. He's around the boards for Hurley. Hurley on the left side, battling with Foley. Floated into the blue paint. Garcia sees it. He covers it. Recognizes danger when he sees it. And he'll protect that puck and stop play with 4:35 to go in the second. LAS is really starting to break through. You knew a team as strong as them were not going to be held to 0 for that long, and now they've tied it! Right off the draw! They put the pressure on! And it's a 3-3 hockey game! Three goals in 2 minutes and 45 seconds have turned a 3-0 Hudson lead into a 3-3 tie.
Nice goal by number 4, Logan Martin. Assist number 13, Dylan Sprague. Time of the goal, 10:30, second period.
Logan Martin gets the goal. Dylan Sprague gets the assist. Martin's second goal of the season. Now Hudson wants to come back and answer. Oh, they were that close to retaking the lead, but O'Malley couldn't turn it home. Now another shot goes off the elbow of Heffernan and wide to the right. Well, the Hawks slow to get up as another shot. Save, a rebound, trying to make it off, maybe go for a wraparound. Oh, a lot of stuff happening there. Sear even lost his stick for a moment. That was one of the things we saw in yesterday's game against Leominster. Hudson had just 5 goals in that contest. Probably could have had close to 10 if they were just a little better at finishing. And there have been a few spots in this game where if they were a little better at finishing, they would have a few more goals to show for it. Had a great chance there. Ayer-Shirley trying to center out it deep into the slot, but nothing there. Could not be cleanly handled. Comes all the way down. Hurley will take it. They try to skate up with a burst of speed. Put on some moves. Hurley into the zone. Got the shot off. Went wide. Also good on the Blue Knights for seeing how Hurley was stepping up and going parallel to the blue line for a moment. As into the zone. Trying to create a break was Nenardowicz. He had a goal earlier on a breakaway. But the pressure from LAS, not able to let them get that off. Blue Knights will take it, send it out of the zone, down the ice, and icing will be called. 2:29 to go in the second. It's 3-3. When there was 7:29 on the clock, Hudson had a 3-goal lead. But 3 goals in 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Dylan Sprague, Logan Hurley, and Logan Martin have tied the score at 3. And I was saying, this is a team that you know has got enough weapons. You can't keep them at 0 goals forever. They've got so many weapons that can try to break through. As here's Martin going into the zone. And Garcia was able to stay right with them. I think there were appeals from the LAS side for a penalty. There have been none in this contest. But nothing given on that. LAS tags up and then they regain the zone from Sprague around to the left side. Tough angle shot. Garcia is able to stone that. The winning goal in last night's game came from a pretty similar spot. Whistle here on an offside with 1:46 to go in the second. Shots in this period 15-4 in favor of Lunenburg Ayer-Shirley. It was 2-0 at the beginning of the period. Ray Diodato scored 32 seconds into the frame to make it 3-0. And that held for about 7.25 minutes. But LAS has come from 3-0 down to top the game at 3. They came from 2 goals down in the second to tie and then eventually take the lead as that one goes straight up and out of play. If this was the NHL, perhaps we'd be talking a penalty here, but below the NHL level, they don't really make that an automatic penalty, just if they're pretty sure you did that on purpose. It's hard to really gauge intent at this level. The biggest reason why they don't make that an automatic penalty in lower level hockey is because the glass lengths aren't standardized all the way around the rink. And what might be the height of glass here may be shorter at another rink. In the NHL, you can legislate that and make it so that every team has got to have the same height of ice. The same height of boards, I should say, on the ice. Make everything the same dimensions. They've got enough money to standardize things. At the lower levels, not so much, especially when not every school, and by this I mean almost no schools, can support their own team as that battle's in the paint, and it's off the crossbar, down, does not go! LAS was so close to taking the lead there. Helter-skelter deep in the slot, in the paint. Garcia was down and out. At one point, the puck hit off the crossbar. It stayed out. Doesn't take a genius to see where all the momentum's going now. The shot from the left side, snapped towards goal by Dion. That's stopped by Garcia. I was going to say, to finish the joke on that last exchange, I mean, the only school that actually controls their own rink, I would say, is Methuen. Maybe Bill Ricca as well. Methuen's ice hockey rink is actually in their school. So there's a shot stopped by Garcia. And you can see the Blue Knights buzzing in front of Garcia, ready to pounce on any potential rebounds. Ready to take advantage of any potential misplay that the sophomore keeper might make. Devin Morton with a shot, goes wide. Bounces off the boards and springs out to the neutral zone. Clashing of sticks between Luke Lewis and Dylan Sprague. Back into the LAS zone. That's tipped towards goal, but the buzzer will sound first to bring an end to what was an exciting second period. 32 seconds in, Hudson made it 3-0. But who would have guessed that LAS was able to answer a little over 7 minutes after that goal to make it 3-0. A barrage by the Blue Knights. 3 goals in 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
The Knights had 19, and the Hawks had 4.
And really, as Jim LaPointe just put it, that kind of summed up the second period. After that first goal, Hudson only got 3 more shots in the entire second period, while LAS got 19 for a total of 25 through 2 periods. And this game has definitely turned on its head. 3-3 through 30 minutes of play. It was Diodato 32 seconds into the frame, and then Sprague, Hurley, and Martin getting the goals. All relatively equally distanced from each other. Not too many seconds in between. But a 2-minute 45-second stretch has undone Hudson's lead. And we go into the third period with a brand new hockey game, all squared away at 3. And we hope you'll join us for that. Stick with us. The third period of the championship game of the 2024 Mark Bushnoe Memorial Tournament is coming up next, right here on FATV. Back here at the Wallace Civic Center on the campus of Fitchburg State University, 2 periods in the books of the 18th annual Mark Bushnoe Memorial Tournament. With the score, Lunenburg Ayer-Shirley 3 and Hudson 3. Daniel Bolak here with you, Travis Falk on camera, and you see next to Jim LaPointe is the trophy that one of these teams will be taking away with them after this game completes. Who will be the champion of this year's Bushnoe tournament? Will it be the host Lunenburg Ayer-Shirley Blue Knights, or will it be the visiting Hudson Hawks? You know, if that first period of play was all Hudson, that second period of play was all Lunenburg Ayer-Shirley. Even after Hudson scored in the first 32 seconds of the period from Braden Diodato, LAS was able to turn the game back around and score 3 times in 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Dylan Sprague, Owen Hurley, and Logan Martin all found the back of the net. Jameson Nicosia assisted on the first 2. Sprague assisted on the third. Connor Lammy and Sam Brand added an assist as well. And now we go into this third and decisive period of hockey with the score level at 3 apiece. Should shape up to be an exciting 15 minutes. LAS goes left to right in the third period in the home whites. Hudson goes right to left in the road reds. D2D passing, and now the stretch pass up. Off a stick, finds its man though. And a drop off. Nicosia shot stopped by Brandon Garcia. LAS maybe picking up where they left off. They outshot the Hawks 19-4 in the second period. Now outshooting them 26-14 in the game. Hudson gets this out of the zone. Diodato tries to drop off for O'Malley. Can't get it to him. On the near side, Nicosia tried to skate it out of the zone. He had it taken off his stick. Jordan Souza sending it all the way across. Duvall now Sear trying to knock that away, and he knocked the net away as well. These high school nets come off a little easy, but that's more for safety than anything else. Face-off will come to the left of Tyler Sear. He's got 11 saves in the contest. 23 saves on the other hand for Brandon Garcia. That'll make its way back on to Sear. It's got that one covered. Both these goalies first-year starters. Sear, a junior. He was the backup to Garrett Hakey last year. Meanwhile, on the other side, Garcia was the backup to Wyatt Cutler. But Hakey and Cutler both graduated. So now this year, they're the goalies that are going to be primarily counted on by their respective teams. Dylan Sprague with a touch on to the neutral zone. Caught in between Lewis and Nenardowicz, and now Sprague moving on, trying to get a shot off, didn't get one away. Net comes off its moorings, too, on the left side. Now they'll call a stoppage to play. I think LAS was appealing for another penalty. We haven't had any tonight. That's the second time they've had something that they felt like they may have been fouled on a chance, but nothing given. The penalty boxes have remained empty this entire contest. But even the first game, we only had two. That Jordan Souza's gonna have a breakaway in on goal. Souza is stopped by Sear. And another chance thrown out in front. O'Malley couldn't get his stick to it. Diodato on the right side. Souza tries to find O'Malley. Caught up in a bunch of Blue Knights. Now out in front, save by Sear. The net's off again. It's the third time we've seen the net dislodged in this period. And we've only played a minute 42 seconds. That's not even the same net all three times. Draw will come to Sear's left. And that's controlled by LAS. Pounding it high off the boards, down the ice. And it will go for icing. Not the attention, but that was the effect. And the face-off comes all the way down to the right of Sear. Draw will be controlled by the Hawks. Now from the left side, the save made again by Sear, and he knocked the net off again. I wonder how many, with the third time now that net has come off its moorings. Hudson's starting to think maybe he's doing it on purpose. They may be appealing for a penalty at some point for a delay of game. How many times that's just gone off its moorings. That goes through the legs of Lewis, but Nenardowicz will double back out of the defenseman position. He'll hold it behind his own net. Moving around to the left side for Devaney. Now try to get the pass to Chamberlain. Didn't get to him cleanly, but he gets it back off of a Blue Knight and around the boards to the right side. Dion. Good. Rubbed into the boards. Duvall trying to clear it out. Kept it at the right point. Shot blocked down in front. Souza trying to turn on it. Couldn't get there. Back to Nenardowicz on the right side. But taken away, and perhaps something developing here on the other side. As Dion into the zone. Drops off Sprague. Puts it behind the net. Now top of the left circle, a shot blocked. Off the skate of Sean Foley. In and around the boards. Out to the far side. Jordan Souza with a backhand touch. Now Duvall, but taken again by Souza. who swings it towards goal, but it's cut down by Connor Lammy. On the far side, pass broken up. They want to find Sam Brand on the near side, now back into the LAS zone. Seems like this left side of the ice is just more conducive to offense right now. But maybe LAS will change that as a high riser from Hurley misses the mark. Off the boards to the near side, Souza to Deodato. With the moves. Can't get it into the zone, O'Malley. Back in his own end. Tries to feed Chamberlain, that's out of his reach. Won't go for icing because he did make a touch on it. DeMay out to the far side. Here's Hurley. Skates it to the middle of the ice, up the left side. Shot patted away by Garcia. On the left side, pounded off the boards by Dylan Gibbons. Now trying to center out in front. They can't get there. Here's Chamberlain, who throw it towards goal. And Sear holds it. Whistle doesn't blow till Chamberlain gets close to him. Can't cover it unless you're being actively checked, you see. 10:38 to go in the third period, 3-3 hockey game. Of interesting note is that Hudson already has more shots in this period than they had all the second period. Got 5 in this frame, had 4 in the second. LAS already has 4 shots in this period as well. Down into the Hudson zone, Owen and Arnowich. Tries to feed Chamberlain, but intercepted by Sprague. Brand trying to move it along. Lewis around the boards for Devaney. Now up to the right side, Martin holds in the right circle, tries to pass off. Can't find anyone. Devaney gains the red line, but only taken away by the other number 11 in Sam Brand. Now up to the left side, shot punched away by Garcia. To the near side, Lou DeMay with a touch on Devin Morden. Around the boards, Brand trying to fish it out. Taken by DeMay. To the left wing corner, Luke Lewis. Pounded off the boards down the ice, will be obtainable by Owen Hurley. Hurley picked that up, double back, lost the puck on the way. Souza trying to break it on, goal, scores! Jordan Souza takes advantage of the turnover, and he restores the Hudson lead. Tenth goal of the season for Jordan Souza. And as it stands right now, he's got a great shot to be the tournament MVP. Hudson leads again, 4-3. Now another turnover on the backhand. Deodato for O'Malley, saved by Sear.
Jordan Souza, assisted by number 8, Timmy O'Malley.
O'Malley could get the lone assist on Souza's second goal of the contest. He had the opening goal in the first period. LAS knows now that they're going to need another goal somewhere in the next 8.5 minutes. Trailing by 1. Nenardowicz tries to get out of the zone. Eludes everyone until it gets to DeMay in the neutral zone. LAS has got to tag up, shot in from the red line on target. Chamberlain trying to poke it away, but kept on the stick of Lammy. Tries to find Holbrook on the near side. Stretch forward for Martin. Knocked out of the zone. Martin will go and chase after it. DeMay to the near side. Found the other 12 in Sean Foley. On the far side, pass goes off of Blue Knight, but then dumped down by Hudson in the zone, and they'll get some fresh legs, and the net's off again. This time it was more Tom Chamberlain's fault than anybody else's. you count at home, that's the 4th time the net's come off on that end in this period. The 5th overall in this frame. I don't believe the net came off 5 times before this period. These goal pegs have put up to a lot of work in the last 2 days, and I guess they're feeling they finally had enough and they'd like a break. Dumped in from 90 feet. Garcia will make the stop. And he'll hold for a draw. Some may wonder why a red line shot is 90 and not 100 feet. After all, the rink's 200 feet, so shouldn't it be 100 feet halves? Yes, but the net's 10 feet away from the boards. The goal line's 10 feet away, so then it's 90. Battling for it on the left side. Shot blocked in front. Souza tries to clear, nearly created a 2-on-1. Timmy O'Malley couldn't settle it down as Brand had that intercepted by Souza. Souza with some moves, Souza with a breakaway. Souza put it off the post, O'Malley following on, goes wide. Nearly a highlight reel goal by Jordan Souza. Wouldn't have that been something to complete a hat trick? The left wing corner. That one going off the boards. Brand can't reach it. That's punched down the ice, and that will go for icing. Hudson definitely playing a better third period than the last time frame. It really does feel like most of the offensive chances have been on the end to our left. That's just been the hot end. Of the 7 goals in this contest, 6 have been scored on the net to our left. 6:36 to go in the contest. Hudson leads 4-3. Trying to win the Bushnoe tournament as the visiting team in a sense. Mentioned LAS plays this tournament every year. It's their tournament after all. The Monty Tech Fitchburg plays every year. Leominster plays every year. There's always a guest team that's invited, and that was nearly a really bad turnover for LAS, but Chamberlain couldn't do anything with it. There have been some poor instances of puck handling for LAS in their own zone. It's already bitten them once in this period. It's Dylan Sprague. Self-pass around Sean Foley. Sprague gets to it on the right side with pressure on the backhand. Dion can't get the shot up. That goes high in the air. It stays in play. Does not touch the netting. As it comes back out to the red line, it'll be dumped in by Heffernan. Fresh legs are coming onto the ice for the Blue Knights. 4 fresh pairs to be exact. Here is Souza in the zone. Not much on him. Souza gets the shot. Sear makes the stop. 5:22 to go in this contest. 4-3 Hudson in front. They had the first 3 goals in this contest. LAS got the next 3 goals in a span of 2 3/4 minutes. But the 7th goal in this contest belongs to Hudson, and it currently stands as the winners. We'll get a timeout. Lunenburg Ayer-Shirley will have a quick turnaround for their next contest. So they'll be going down to the city of Worcester to take on the Wildcats. That'll be on December 30th, 2 o'clock puck drop from Bushnoe Rink on Lake Ave in Worcester. I believe Worcester still plays their home games there. Meanwhile, Hudson will be back at home in a sense. Except the funny part is, they're the home team on January the 4th in their next game. But they're playing in the city of which their opponent resides. That's Marlborough. That's a 2 o'clock start. Of course, my broadcast partner, John Grugerty, would like to remind people that Panther eats hawk meat. I put the plurals in the wrong spot in that sentence, but I think you know what I mean. I would say that as someone who attended Marlborough High School. But Hudson will work to prevent themselves from being a meal in 7 days' time for the Panthers. But yeah, 2 o'clock start from the NESC in Marlborough, as that is where Hudson plays their home games. Marlborough doesn't actually play their home games at the NESC. They play at Naven Rink, which, if you know where Naven Rink is, makes perfect sense because it's right at the foot of Marlborough High School. It's funny, the 2 schools that are in Marlborough, Marlborough and Assabet, both play at Naven, and neither of them play at the NESC, which has more rinks than you can shake a stick at. Icing against LAS. Exactly 5 minutes to go in this contest. Hudson 4, Lunenburg Ayer-Shirley 3. The draw coming to the left of Sear. Battle forward won by the Blue Knights. Trying to move it up ice. Sprague blew a tire as he's tripped over the red line. The near side Lammy tried to dig it out, battling with O'Malley. Owen and Arnowich back in his own end. Stretch pass missed everybody, and icing it goes for. .440 to go in this contest. Shots 29-22 in favor of LAS. Shots in this period, 4 for LAS and 8 for Hudson. It's turning a little more into what we saw in the first period, basically, with Hudson controlling the game. It's just whoever's shooting on the end to the left is controlling the game, as there's the shot from the left side, saved by Garcia. Had trouble controlling it at first, but he was able to get his mid on top of that and cover it. See, for Garcia, he knows that that's got to be one of the things he's got to focus on, is his rebound control and ensuring that he's got control of the puck, because there's so many Blue Knights that are ready to bounce on him. As that shot from the right side by Chamberlain was turned aside by Sear. 2-on-2 back the other way. As Martin's shot is stopped by Garcia. Popped out of his glove, but had just enough time to trap it. First 28th save of the contest. 250 ticks of the clock remaining in regulation time. Hudson has very much shortened up their bench, have only been switching between their top 2 lines. Occasionally you see the third line for LAS, but it's mostly been the top 2 lines for them as well. The starting line out there now for the Blue Knights. Cleared out of the zone again. Down the ice, and it goes just for icing. Nicosia was very close to it. And some on the Hudson side feel maybe that shouldn't have gone. They said that should have been obtainable. But just far enough. And the draw comes to the left side of Brandon Garcia. 3:59 to go in the game, and a 4-3 lead for Hudson. Effernan's shot goes off a skate and wide into the right wing corner. Popped out to the left side. Hurley battling for it, goes to DeMay. On the left side boards. Having a bit of trouble controlling it. Wanted to find Hurley. 3 Hawks there to disrupt. First attempt to get it out of the zone, unsuccessful. A second attempt, still not really successful. Battling again against the boards. Hudson digs it out. Finally, they skated up ice. On the right side, perhaps an odd man rush in a sense. Turn into a bad angle. The shot misses the mark. Off the boards at ricochets and taken up by Sam Brand. Brand leaving off there for Sprague on the right side. Backhand shot patted away by Garcia. Into the right side around the boards. That'll come out of the zone, and Heffernan will be the first to arrive at his own blue line. LAS will change some legs with 3:05 to go, as that goes about 15 feet into the air. And that one goes a little shorter into the air, but it pops over to the spot where there's no glass, the Hudson bench, and into it. And Sam Ryder will chuck that one back to the official. We'll drop it right outside the Hudson zone. 2:59 to go in regulation time, and a 4-3 lead for Hudson. Face-off won by the Hawks, set down all the way into the LAS zone, and on target too to boot. So Sear has to cover it. Face-off will come to the left of the junior netminder with 19 saves in this contest, make it 20. Now another draw to Sears left. Duvall in the right wing corner, trying to battle for that as the shot from Chamberlain goes wide to the right. LAS trying to push the puck out of the zone, a bit of miscommunication. Dion was in the wrong space for that puck. Now comes back in, he pops up in the air, lands beyond the left circle. LAS will try to get it out of the zone again and go to the red line, and Arnowich will spin and turn it back in. 2:10 to go in this contest. I don't know when Eric Short would think about pulling Tyler Sear for the extra attacker, but first off, LAS has at least got to get into the Hudson zone, and that is harder than you would think it would be. LAS is able to get it at least up into the Hudson zone now with 1:47 to go. As around the boards it'll ride down the ice. Will that go for icing? The answer is yes. You can see Ronan Duvall making an effort to at least get to the puck, but not putting high speed velocity into it. Because if he gets there before it gets to the goal line, then there's no way they'll call icing. A little bit of miscommunication. 6 skaters on the ice for LAS, and they'll resolve that by bringing Sear off for the extra attacker with 98 seconds left. This is the time to do it. On the left side to May. Hudson will be pretty content to keep it up against the boards. As a shot goes off a boot. Into the right wing corner, Ethan Dion. Battling for it, Jameson Nicosia. Out for Jack Heffernan. Nicosia on the right side. Tangle up with 2 Hawks. Bounced out of the zone, down the ice, a foot race for it. Diodato trying to get to it, knocked off his stick, but turned around towards goal by Souza. Could have been a hat trick opportunity for him. Couldn't get it. O'Malley getting tangled up. Diodato trying to put it back towards goal, settled down by Heffernan. Now out of the zone, now Foley will have a chance. Oh, wow! Hurley made the stop in the most unpleasant of locations. And another chance, that one goes into the net! Empty net goal for Hudson. They're 43.6 seconds away from skating away with the Bushnoe tournament crown. Braden Diodato gets his 2nd of the game, his 6th goal of the season, the 8th grader from Tohoto Regional High School. Will give Hudson the insurance that they desire as they battle for it. Net off its moorings again. And now another chance goes wide. I think the net actually went up in the air, lifted off, but actually is still on its moorings. The officials do have the right to keep play alive if there's a legitimate scoring chance, and if the puck were to go where the net would normally be, you can still award the goal. Tangle up, big collision down there. We get into the final seconds of this game as time is going to run out, and the Hudson Hawks will win the 2024 Mark Bushnoe Memorial Tournament by a score of 5-3. In this back and forth game with no penalties, but 8 goals, Hudson found the winner from Jordan Souza, the insurance goal from Braden Diodato. Each of them with 2 goals on this contest. And the visiting Hawks, the invited team, the guest team in this tournament this year, will come away with the cup.
Both teams line up in the blue line.
We're also going to stay right here for the post-game tournament celebration here, where Hudson will be awarded the trophy, but also they'll name Team All-Stars tournament team. I imagine a most valuable player. The stuff that you see with the in-season tournaments. For Lunenburg Ayer-Shirley, it's their first loss of the season in their 7th game. They fall to 6-1. Hudson stays unbeaten. They're now 5-0-1. What a great game these two teams played here in the championship. As the teams line up at the blue lines for the trophy presentation. We'll send it down to Jim LaPointe for the presentation honors.
Okay, that brings the Bushnoe conclusion here today. A great game out there, won by a pesky and determined Hudson squad, 5-3. Congratulations to both teams on participating in this year's Bushnoe tournament, and we hope to have you both back for next year. Obviously, Lunenburg will be back here next year. So without further ado, the tournament all-star for the Blue Knights goes to Lou Dumas. Congratulations, Lou. Now for the Hudson Hawks, the tournament all-star goes to number 19, Owen Nanarowicz. Your tournament MVP this year goes to goaltender number 33, Brandon Garcia. 2 victories in the tournament, 29 saves in the championship game. Way to go, way to go. Oh, and now if we could get the Hudson captains to come up and accept their Bushnoe Trophy Championship. Captain Owen Nanarowicz. Number 5, Jordan Souza. Number 8, Timmy O'Malley. Goalie, number 33, Brandon Garcia. And number 4, Thomas Chamberlain. Congratulations, Hudson Hawks. This year's 2024 Bushnoe champions.
So that brings an end to the tournament there for the Hudson Hawks. They win the 2024 Mark Bushnoe Memorial Tournament with a 5-3 win over previously undefeated Lunenburg Ayer-Shirley. I mentioned the Blue Knights now fall to 6-1. The Hawks rise to 5-0-1. And you saw Lou DeMay being named the Lunenburg Ayer-Shirley team MVP for his play over the last 2 days. For Hudson, Owen Nanarowicz named the team MVP, and Brandon Garcia, the tournament MVP for a strong goaltending, 29 saves in the championship game. And he kept Leominster off the board yesterday in 2 periods of play. Ultimately, 44 saves for the sophomore netminder on 47 shots. He'll get to skate away with some hardware as well. But great play by these two teams. And for Hudson, the invited team this year, they come away with the trophy. A 5-3 winner over Lunenburg Ayer-Shirley. For Hudson, they'll be back in action Saturday the 4th against Marlborough, 2 o'clock start from the NESC. Lunenburg Ayer-Shirley back in action on Monday against Worcester at 2 o'clock down there in Worcester. And we will see Lunenburg Ayer-Shirley again on FATV on Monday the 10th, as they'll take on Monty Tech Fitchburg at 6:30. So a little bit of time, but we will be seeing the Blue Knights again on these airwaves. And we're going to wrap it up here from the Wallace Civic Center. It's been a fun last couple of days. He's had some great hockey games. Ultimately, the finishing order goes Hudson, Lunenburg Ayer-Shirley, Monty Tech Fitchburg, and Leominster from top to bottom. The Hudson Hawks, the 2024 Mark Bushnoe Memorial Tournament champions with a 5-3 win over the Lunenburg Ayer-Shirley Blue Knights. And then the early game today, Monty Tech Fitchburg 7-0 winners over the Leominster Blue Devils. So wrap it up all here from the Wallace Civic Center. Finals. That's really all there is to say. For Travis Falk, for Nate Glennie, and everybody else at FATV, I'm Daniel Bolak saying thank you so much for joining us over the last 2 days, and we hope to see you again next time, wherever that might be. Until then, so long from Fitchburg.